everyone, welcome back to Golden Papery, and we are in week 2 of September. And I am just pulling out my personal size Filofax planner, and we are just reviewing September. We're still in the month of September, which is going by pretty quickly, but we are in week 2, and I'm just going to jot down a couple of items that came up for the monthly layout, which is my monthly calendar layout. And then I'm going to go into my weekly planning. So, if you noticed, last week I did not upload a video, and that was mainly because I needed to just reset and just think about not only like the business side that I'm doing right now. Whenever it is the first week of September or the first week of any month, it's going to be dedicated for just invoicing. Now that I work for myself, I'm still trying to get into a routine where I can plan things out a little bit better, but basically the first of every month I have to send out all the invoices for the jobs and projects that I've been working on. And because that is my main source of income, that's something that I cannot forget or put it off to the side. So thanks for understanding. And we are getting back into the second week of September. As you guys know, I added this once more with love. No, sorry, this is actually Coffee Monsters Co. September monthly layout. I got like the Hobonichi calendar stickers, and I was just excited to try this out. You guys know that I added it last time that I uploaded my August week 4 video, and it's something that is going to help me also keep track like what week we're on, which is something that I don't put at the top. If you guys know, I've been using Kina Print's personal size weekly layouts, and they do actually have the month and the week that you can put at the very top. I don't use it. Personally, I just try to add the dot highlighters, and then I just put the day of the month. So it's been working out. Some new updates that I do have is that soccer season has started for my toddler. So that means that every Tuesday and Thursdays we may have soccer games. And so for sure we do have a soccer game this week, which is on Tuesday. And then on top of that, as I mentioned in some past videos, my current church is going through a transitional period. So we're actually getting a new pastor, and we're having that installation, I guess they call it the installation transition service, this upcoming Sunday. So because I am heavily involved with some of the events and social media planning that gets done for the church, I have been extra busy with updating the website, adding some new things on social media, getting the new pastor connected with the way that we do things, and especially maybe some improvements that we need to do for future things. So that is something that I'm also personally going through a bit of a transition. It's always hard getting a new pastor, but it is something that we have to provide the authority for the church and understand that God has his plan, and there is no reason why we should be scared or have a fear when things like this happen. On top of this, I know that some of the other items that have come up for me, at least, have been more personal. I believe I mentioned to you all a couple of months ago, I had a really big health scare, not only just with my body itself, but recently in the past couple of weeks, I've been noticing that I want to get a little bit healthier and serious about my health. And so I don't know how to explain that part, but basically I'm going to start a challenge. And it's not really like a challenge whether I do it completely, although I am going to try to do this completely, but I'm going to try to do the 75 hard challenge, which is a 75-day mental challenge where you try to work out and you try to eat healthier and you try to be more conscious about drinking water. So these are all things that I know I have struggled in the past. I have very fast metabolism, and growing up, I've always been underweight. But now that I'm older, I do realize that I need to take care of my body a little bit more, try to drink some more water. One of the major things that I've gone through in the past 6, 7 years has been the transition from working in an office to working from home. Now, this is something that I've always recommended for people who work from home, but try to be active throughout your day because you are sitting down all the time. That's the reason why I decided to get a standing desk. I have a treadmill next to my desk. There's a lot of things that I try to do so that I can be active while I am working in, my office or here at home. This is something that is a challenge for me, and I'm sure it's a challenge for a lot of people who do work from home. You don't have you have a lot of flexibility, but it's also very easy to get stuck with just working and working and working, going through meetings. I feel like one of the biggest things that I've always told people who want to work from home is that there tends to be a very loose belief that you shouldn't have any breaks. And so people will schedule meetings all day, even if you have little opening slots. So I've always recommended to people block off 15 minutes throughout your workday so that you can try to get some, exercise outside. Maybe not in this Texas heat, right? But definitely get up and drink some water or just have some personal time for yourself. So now getting into my personal planner, I am using like a cupcake washi tape, which I don't know where I got this from, but I wanted to have a little bit of fun with this layout this week just because I feel a little bit overloaded, as I mentioned, with the transition of my church. And then I decided to add the stickers first on my layout so that I would add in the rest of the calendar items like spaced out throughout the day. I noticed that whenever I try to just like add a whole bunch of items or things that I have to do throughout my workday or even just my daily personal day, I tend to like bunch them up at the top. And so I figured that maybe adding the stickers spaced out first will give me a little bit of visibility of how I can add the other notes. So Monday, of course, football is here. I am part of a fantasy football league. So we have Monday night football and we have Sunday football. Now, I know that this is probably something that people don't really do, but it is a great way for me to de-stress and also use my analytic skills for something other than just data. And then I'm also adding in here my like church stickers. So I have church on Wednesday. I also have church on Sunday. And then I did add my other water sticker so that I can dictate the start of my 75 hard challenge. And then I used my dotted highlighted markers so that I can add in any important notes. So I do have a meeting on Monday. I have a grandparents' lunch with my daughter Tuesday, which is tomorrow. And then I also have a check-in with one of my managers on Thursday. Well, one of my clients. But basically, what I also wanted to do for this layout is track some of the things that I want to do. So I added my no spend sticker, which I got from Kina Prints. I love it. It's simple, it's compact, and it fits perfectly with this highlighted dot markers that I have. And I'm going to be doing the same thing for the workout. So even though I have my own Google Sheets tracker for my 75 hard challenge, and even though I have my Notion to track other things, like my workouts, or even if you use like an Apple Watch or something, I still want to track it here. I want to see the progress when I'm looking through my planner on a daily basis. And it's also important to, well, at least for me, but I always say it's a good thing to also track things on paper rather than all of these other devices. So that's what we're doing. And then I need to do a little bit of a cleaning this week. I think I have a cleaning routine template that I should probably try to use, but I think it's in an A5 format. So I may want to design something for my personal planner. But I do want to wash my clothes, which obviously I do every week. But I also want to organize some of those clothes and just kind of pinpoint which ones I can donate to Goodwill or any of the other organizations that we have around in the area. And then I also want to organize my pantry. And then I also have an upcoming 5K for the Kalachi Festival, which is at the end of this month. And they do a whole event scheduled for the town, the city. And then they start off the morning with the 5K, so I want to do that. But because I also have a business here, I want to order some promotional items that I can give out for the bags, like the goodie bags that they're going to be giving out for this 5K run. And then the other piece that I wanted to add here are my daily tasks. So, reading my book, reviewing my Notion application, checking my calendar, reviewing my finances has been so important for me because I am trying to get out of debt, especially with a lot of the farm equipment that I have. I know I've mentioned to you guys that I have a tractor, and we purchased a combo with the tractor and the trailer. And even though it is something that we definitely needed, I know that it's important that we also try to, pay that off as fast as we can. And then last but not least, read my Bible. So this looks beautiful. This looks amazing. I love the layout for this week. It feels good trying to get back into my planning. And then with my personal planner, I also wanted to do a quick little inbox. I don't really use the inbox the way it should. This is a template from Poi and Hun. And what I typically do is just add my highlighted week of, and then put the week of whatever date. So in this case, we're putting 9/11/23. And then what I also do is just kind of make a list of all the things that I need to do for this week. And it tends to be more specific items that I really do not want to forget. And it's a way for me to track at the end of the week whether I got them done or not. And so I used to do this a lot with the inbox trackers from Poi and Hun. But like I said, I don't use it the way that the template is, but it works for me. And then moving on to my appointments, there are a couple of them that I have already gone to. So we got it done. And I just have one more, which is my toddler's dentist appointment. And then I realized that I did not, because I didn't do my last week planning, I didn't check off my toddler's sleep schedule and the egg tracker that I have. And so for the egg tracker, we have 9 chickens that are laying each day. And so that's been 9 eggs each day, which is a little bit wild. But thankfully, my sister and mom came over this weekend. So I was able to gift some of those eggs. And I will probably do the same for some people at church. But this is the layout for this week, y'all. What do you think? And I hope you have a great week. Thanks for watching.